Hello, welcome to today's daily motivational meetings, reading quotes from world scripture to empower positive energetic vibe for prosperity. Let's go further and read the next chapter. The next chapter is the second cow. And the cow have come and brought us good fortune. May they stay in the show and be pleased with us. May they live here, mothers of cows, many colored, and yield milk for Indra and many towns. They are not lost, nor do robbers enjoy them, nor the unfriendly freedom, nor wish to assail them. The master of cattle lives together long with this and worship the good gods and offer gifts. The charger whirling up dust does not reach them. They never take their way to the slaughtering stud. The calls of the worshipping men roam about over the widespread pasture, free from all danger. To me, the cows are bhata. They are in their milk are a portion of the first powder soma. These that are called in the all people in the I long for with heart and spirit. Ye cows, you fatten the emaciated there, and you make the unlovely look beautiful, make our house happy, you with pleasant loving. Your power is glorified in our assemblies. This was quote from Hinduism and another one from Native American religion. Behold this buffalo, O great Father, which you have given us. He is the chief of all four-legged upon our sacred mother. From him the people live, and with him they will walk the sacred path. And the teaching of second coming Messiah, Sun and Moon. When I was a boy living in the country, I used to hate to feed the cows. The cows know when it is lunchtime, but I didn't want to stop playing. So I said to myself, cows waiting 30 minutes and then continued playing for another hour or two. The cows waited for me, wondering, where is our master? The one who was supposed to bring us in. If I had been a cow whose master came very late, I would have gotten angry and become violent. Yet, when I arrived, the cows just looked at me without saying a word. Then I thought, oh, cows, you are great. I'm sorry. And that happened many times. Then realized cows are better than me. And I say to them, now that I know that you have an aspect greater than me, I will feed you a great deal and atone for my shortcomings. I keep feeding them until after sunset. The cows continued to eat because their master was feeding them. Like this, I learned many things from cows. Cows sometimes appear great and kindly as they lie in the burning sunlight on a midsummer's day, shedding sweat and looking over the remote mountains, meditating calmly. This is why people all over the world like to eat cow meat, not the meat of dog or tigers. In those days, toothbrushes were made of cow's bone. Every part of the cow was utilized. Nothing was discarded. Even their manure was used as fertilizer. Therefore, everything about a cow is good. And let's read from Happy Modern Homo Sapiens. Next chapter. Um, Happy Self-Perfection Guide. Nowadays, we notice many people working hard on perfecting themselves in different areas of their lives. People study a lot, get involved in various sports activities, and go on diets, etc. All to achieve formidable results in their lives, business, politics, arts, etc. On the other hand, some people act destructively. You alcohol abuse, smoking, using drugs, same-sex marriage, and even suicide, thinking that this is fashionable. Everybody in their own way is searching in life for the greatest happiness. Why do human behaviors differ so much? It is all about mindset. Different mindsets are followed by different actions and bring different results. Even after so much progress in many aspects, the current mentality of modern humans remain at the same level as centuries ago, mainly focusing on surviving. Despite all of the progress and development, by default, a person first thought toward meeting a stranger for the first time is more often than not. It is person. Is this person safe? That is because throughout history, the greatest enemy that any person faced was another person. Therefore, unfortunately for now, and on this impulse, we see others, people around us as competitors or enemies. One of the main problems why we do what we do most of the time is because many times in our life we do things as usually, but not as is correct from the divine principle viewpoint. Although many people chalk this up to instinct of human nature, this was not the way we were originally intended to be. From the divine principle of view, we are not supposed to naturally be distinguished, distrusting, and suspicious. In every moment of our life, we do what we do because of the life experience as a certain mindset we inherit from family and surroundings, or because of the advice of someone else. However, many times these actions aren't right. Therefore, there are many times in our lives where we do not feel satisfied and something just doesn't feel right. The main issue with this problem is that different people understand goodness and evil differently. At the core of this is our belief system. Even though we all live together on this earth, each individual understanding of goodness and evil differ. What is good and evil, and how can the individual take the right step toward perfection when the definition of what is right is so relative? An obvious definition of goodness is to do something good for the sake of the public, for the sake of the something bigger or better than individual. The definition of evil is the force that tries to bring destruction and disturbance to the original form or purpose. Technically, our brain is faster than any computer, but by default, we use our brain in a very lazy way. Always, we should control our thoughts and change lazy and negative ones with positive progressive ones that lead to procreation of goodness. On daily routine life, our brain insert excuses automatically. For example, a person may think, today I will stop smoking or eat less, become more active, do sports, do something good, etc. But the brain will just justify immediately some kind of excuses to not do it now, but the next day, and so on. During our life, our brain fills up with script stories and reasoning for things, and in every moment of our life, we instantly use these stories by default. New things and challenges are scary us at once because our brain doesn't have a new script for it to be able to process the new experience immediately. In any moment of our life, we always have two choices, good or bad. So, as a pro-creator of our life, why shouldn't we choose only good one for every moment of our life? There are divine principles for self-perfection, for couples perfection, and for world perfection. It will be our best interest to follow these laws that so that we may be able to become the greatest version of ourselves. From the history, Jesus managed to show us a huge part of the path for perfection, but from his words, we should wait for his return to complete the model. Scripts that we draw from ourselves pop up in any moment and every life situation of our life. By controlling these scripts, developing and perfecting them by divine principles, we can start to move toward perfection. As in science, there are laws, scientific laws, or scientific principles, there are divine principles used in a relationship too. A moral ethic discovered and developed by our conscious systematically. Up to 95% of our daily life is spent in internal conversation with ourselves, a stream of consciousness that help us process what we are experiencing. In addition, it helps us to deal with things and people around, and in planning our next steps in life. What are those internal conversations about? Spiritualists say that almost 80% of our thoughts, ideas, and self-talks are tips from other people from spiritual world. Sometimes these are good ideas, but sometimes they are really wrong and even detrimental to ourselves and other people around. If we could prove that these conversations are actually input from other spirit people, we would be surprised that some of the biggest achievements in history have actually been a collaborative effort, from the dreams seeing periodic table to an apple falling on a head. They discovered gravitation through experience in natural laboratories and even a bathroom. We might not have been always thinking alone during this great aha moment. We see that many people in our world attain high achievement in business, religion, politics, arts, sports. They became celebrities and are greatly admired by others. So, are they perfect individuals because of these great achievements? Absolutely not. Why? As we have briefly discussed, the perfection is not perfection just an external skill, but a perfection of internal self through being perfected in love. True love. Whoever practices true love will live with God, share his happiness, and enjoy the right to participate as an equal in his work. A life lived for the sake of others, a life of true love, is the absolute recognition for entering an ideal world. This is the new way of life in a family where its members live peacefully centering on God, and this is the ideal model of peace for all creation. From this, we can conclude that the basic relationship between God and human beings is that of parent and child. Humans are humans because we can perceive God's happiness and express this happiness to others with the same heart as God, and people should live happily their whole life. No other way. With the internet era and all new text, everybody will become perfect and evil will disappear forever. Let's us take, for example, hotspots of our planet. Every day there is a battle and people are killing other people and dying themselves. People who are shooting and killing other human beings commit one of the worst evil acts. In this age, if you commit a crime, it is not only posted on in the news, but all over the internet and social media forever. It may seem like a simple problem for the perpetrator, but it also affects their relatives and descendants directly, and all humankind finally, since we all are interconnected in our global village. Once something is posted online, anyone can find it, and people have become more careful in the way they do and what they say, not waiting to risk their careers or personal life. This goes for things like adultery and corruption as well. As more humankind and technology develops, less people can commit evil acts and hide them. This will lead to a push in people being more careful with committing evil acts that will affect them drastically, leading to perfect society and harmonious world. Therefore, the ideal world is inevitable. However, not only evil acts are placed across the internet. People are recognized more and more for simple acts of kindness, and that are recorded or written down. Everybody has a talent, a special gift given by God, and that he or she can use to influence humanity in a good way. In addition, we are recognized more and more that everyone has a way of doing things and procreates that is uh, unique to him or herself, a way that no one else can quite mimic. We see that most prominent people in history and in current times, from their young youth envisions and worked hard to discover and develop their own talent, professionalism, and creativity, be it in education, business, science, religion, policy, and brought their best to humanity. Therefore, why would anyone be lazy enough to use force through thieves, guns, adultery, corruption, and wars to achieve evil goals instead of developing their own talents and creativity to fulfill their own destiny and bring something precious to their descendants and humanity in their own way, especially since little acts of goodness and best practices are being so widely recognized and glorified nowadays. Everyone who is achieving big success in our world today is being created for working hard to is being credited for working hard to study and develop their craft or skill. So let us not stop studying and acting to develop toward perfection. One of the first steps toward perfection is removing false concepts and purifying our conscious mind ecology by following and embodying divine principles. Because we live through stories and scripts in our mind, let us control them and rewrite them to perfect them for good day by day. Let us make more efforts and draw new perfect stories. Do not be lazy and live by the as usual story. Work hard to unite your mind and body and harmonize the right and left part of the brain. We can totally control our mind as we can see it for now. However, we couldn't control our thoughts and feelings. We could control our thoughts and feelings in order to get control of the mind for happiness and success in life. As we know, first came thoughts, then words, followed by action. Good thoughts are manifesting good words and action. For sure, the universe, there exists a so-called heavenly fortune, with what God leads His providence. Therefore, everything that is in accordance with heavenly fortune and divine principle are developing good and last. This is the reason that big companies, countries, and even civilization which broke divine principles are disappearing, and those who follow divine principle prosper during that time and last. The winners are those who are making greater efforts. Before acting, check new ideas and compare them with divine principles to make sure they are aligned with goodness. The formula is simple. Bad things lead to bad words, lead to bad action. Therefore, to reach perfection, think good thoughts, speak words of goodness, and perform good acts. Only those who follow divine principle will prosper, as we already seen it from all history of humankind until now. So that was the quotes for today. Please practice them, and anytime if you have difficulties and during the day, please watch this video one more time. And this is very important, as we are in this Billion Happy Life Subscribers Marathon. Please share this video with all your friends who may be interesting, and contact me anytime for cooperation. As you practice these quotes, just write how it was in your life. Contact it right below this video, how this helped you. Wish you a great blessed day. Don't forget to make morning exercise. I'll go do it now. All the best.